Smoke rises, guns roar, and the truth itself is under fire. From the battlefields of eastern Ukraine, conflicting claims erupt like thunder across the front line. Russia says its forces have halted Ukrainian advances near Kupyansk. Kyiv fires back, insisting the town has not fallen and remains under relentless pressure. In eastern Ukraine, the story of the battle is as fiercely contested as the ground itself, and every narrative is a battlefield of its own. According to Russia's Ministry of Defense, artillery units from the West Force Group acted decisively. Officials say Ukrainian armed forces attempted to approach liberated Kupyansk. The reported movements were near the settlements of Moskovka, Rodkovka, and Sobolovka. Russian army said it thwarted an attempt by the Ukrainian armed forces to break through to Kupyansk. According to officials, the attempts were detected during aerial reconnaissance. Operators from unmanned aerial vehicle units reportedly tracked small assault groups. After receiving orders, Mosta S self-propelled artillery moved into firing positions. The ministry claims targeting and fire correction were carried out using reconnaissance drones. It says the Ukrainian forces were prevented from advancing further towards the city.
I am at the Geopolitical forward command post of the 131st Motor Rifle Regiment, 68th Motor Rifle Division, West Group of Forces. Units of the West Group of Forces maintain reliable control over all areas of the liberated city of Kupyansk. Attempts by Ukrainian assault groups to infiltrate from the southwest through the city cemetery into the outskirts of Yubileyny district are thwarted. The enemy suffers significant personnel losses daily during attacks. At the present time, this evening, December 15th, on the outskirts of the Yubileyny district, 3 small AFU groups of 2 to 6 servicemen are blocked. Their elimination is underway.
Last week, Russia's chief of the general staff, Valery Gerasimov, briefed President Vladimir Putin. He reported that Kupyansk had been fully liberated by Russian forces. The town is described as a key defensive hub for Ukraine in the Kharkiv region. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has publicly rejected Russia's claims. Addressing parliament in The Hague, he accused Moscow of lying about Kupyansk. Zelensky said he personally visited the area last week as proof. He claimed Ukrainian troops were achieving results in the battle zone. However, his visit has drawn scrutiny from online analysts and media outlets. Geolocation data suggested he was near but not inside the city limits. Some online reports questioned the authenticity of the visit's footage. Others focused on imagery from the trip, including use of a new smartphone. None of the claims suggesting staging have been independently verified.
Last week, I visited one of our cities on the front line, yes, our city of Kupyansk. And it's a city in the eastern Ukraine, and the front line is now very, really close to it. And Putin publicly lied, claiming that Russian forces had already taken the city. So I went to Kupyansk myself to show the world Putin is lying, to show only one thing, this. And we must keep exposing every single Russian falsehood, because truth restores justice. And I will continue to destroy every Russian line on the front line and around the world. And I urge you to support Ukraine in this effort. This is how it works. Truth is the ground on which justice grows.
Today our attention is on the Kupyansk direction. Our brave soldiers here are achieving truly impressive results. This is all for Ukraine. Many Russians have been speaking quite a lot about Kupyansk.
We see I had the opportunity to greet the guys. I want to thank every single unit, everyone who is fighting here, everyone who is destroying the occupier. Today it is extremely important for us to achieve tangible results on the front lines so that Ukraine can also achieve results in diplomacy. That is exactly how this works. All our strong positions within the country, strong positions in the discussions regarding the end of this war.
Yes, thank you to each and every soldier. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you to all our ground forces. Today is truly and exclusively your day.
I thank you for defending our nation in such a hot spot. Kupyansk, the Kupyansk sector, the city of Kupyansk. I know that many of you have been fighting since the war began, and many people are on the front lines without a break.
I highly value
the way you treat Ukraine, our nation. Without you, we would have simply lost it. I'm grateful for this, not just today.
Zelensky also said a peace proposal could be presented to Russia soon. Meanwhile, the Dutch Prime Minister reaffirmed strong military backing for Ukraine. The Netherlands says Europe will discuss financing Kyiv's needs for 2026 and 2027.
We must continue to pressure Russia, support Ukraine on all fronts, especially in the military sphere. For this, we have accelerated the allocation of 700 million euros for the next year. We have again contributed 250 million for the purchase of ammunition for F-16s in the United States. We are doing everything possible to transform this commitment into materials that are ready for supply. We must continue to provide Ukraine with the ability to carry on its fight for as long as it is needed.
Yesterday we held a relevant briefing, both from our side and the American negotiating team. The Prime Minister also took part. European leaders were present. We spoke at length about various issues, both difficult and those we are currently facing. The European reaction was also received by our American partners yesterday. And now with all these reactions, I believe the American side will be in contact with the Russian side. And following that, there will be a meeting with Ukraine in the United States of America, specifically at the level of negotiating groups. I think this will happen in the coming days, perhaps on the weekend, or maybe just a little bit later. Let's certainly hope that the sooner it happens, the better it will be.
Because I think that during the European Council meeting on Thursday, this will be an important issue, especially because we must decide one way or another how to finance Ukraine's needs for 2026 and 2027. And there are several options available, but I believe, and I also clearly stated this in my speech during the press conference, that the preferential option for the Netherlands is a reparations loan, and we are very well aware the various complaints and significant concerns that have been raised by Belgium. I think I've actually stated this on a number of occasions before, that the position of the Netherlands is such that we completely concur with Belgium, that they simply cannot be expected to shoulder all of these risks by themselves. We absolutely must neutralize these risks. The only effective way to accomplish this is to provide a guarantee in a legally binding manner, a guarantee that is secured by Russian assets, ensuring that all member states take their fair share of the burden upon themselves. And this, unequivocally, is our unwavering position. There have been many discussions within the European Council and over the past few days, and of course with the Belgian Prime Minister, but also with other Prime Ministers and Presidents in Europe. This will be. This is going to be a very difficult decision, but I do sincerely hope that we will be able to find a resolution this Thursday and that the financial needs of Ukraine can be effectively addressed through the use of frozen assets.
And we believe that if our partners are ready to support security guarantees for Ukraine, then our position is that our partners support our membership in the European Union. I cannot tell you exactly when or what other conditions, whether these or those, might come into play. But this is our framework understanding, and by the way, it's also shared by many of our partners, especially concerning security guarantees.